Czy kiedykolwiek czułeś się uwięziony w niekończącym się cyklu zadłużenia? Wiem dokładnie, przez co przechodzisz. Też to przeżyłem i czułem, że jedynym wyjściem jest rozpacz. Ale odkryłem coś, co na zawsze odmieni twoje życie. Finansowe. A co najważniejsze, wszystko zaczyna się już od $100 miesięcznie. To nie magia, to strategia. Zostań ze mną, a pokażę ci dokładnie, jak możesz przejść od zera do śmierci z powodu długów i zacząć inwestować, wykonując jeden prosty, ale skuteczny krok. I know many of you are thinking, how am I going to do this with just $100? And that's exactly where things start to change. When I was in debt, I thought the same thing. But here's the secret. The key is not how much you have, but how you use what you have. With small adjustments and a clear strategy, anyone can turn the tables. And the best part, you don't have to be rich to get started. I know that many of you are in debt, throwing in the towel, thinking that the only way to get out of it is to take out loans or spend another month in the red. But I'll tell you what no one else tells you. These solutions are traps. The interest will swallow you up. What you really need is to understand what's happening with your financial mind. Because if you don't change your mindset, the money will never flow the way you need it to. The problem is that many people don't realize that their daily attitudes towards money are responsible for maintaining the cycle of debt. They are focused on temporary solutions and don't see the real problem, which is their behavior with money. Every time you opt for a loan or postpone a payment, you are just putting a band-aid on a wound that should be treated with more care. The secret is to re-educate your financial mindset. Here is the solution that changed my life. Investing with just $100 per month. I know it seems too simple, right? But don't worry. I'm not talking about any type of investment. I'm talking about a smart strategy that will help you make your money work for you. By investing intelligently with a small initial amount, you start to create a virtuous circle of growth. And it's not about how much you have, but how you use it. The first step is to understand that the financial market is not a seven-headed beast. On the contrary, it is accessible as long as you have the right tools. For example, a low-cost investment fund can be your best ally to take the first steps. With just $100 per month, you can start to diversify your investments, even if on a small scale. And most importantly, you start to apply the lessons of financial discipline and patience. You must be asking yourself, how do I invest? Where do I put my money? The best way to start is to start simple, with low-cost investments like dividend stocks or index funds. You'll build up an investment portfolio, and even if the return seems small at first, over time, the results can be surprising. But I'm not the only one saying this. I know several people who have used this strategy to get out of debt and start investing. A friend of mine started with just $100 per month, and in 6 months saw the difference. She paid off her debt, started investing, and now has a diversified investment portfolio. And this is not an isolated case. People who apply this simple step are surprised by the results. It's not about magic, it's about action. Another story I want to share is about a guy named João. He was mired in debt and didn't know where to start. When he heard about this strategy, he was skeptical, but decided to give it a try. João started with $100 per month, and little by little he realized that the money was no longer going down the drain. Over time, he was able to pay off his debts, and today, he invests with more confidence. He is living proof that with discipline and the right strategy, anyone can achieve financial freedom. Now, I know many of you must be wondering, but what am I going to do with the $100 if I can't invest it in large amounts? And the answer is simple. Start with what you have. The secret is not in the amount, but in consistency. Each month that you put your money to work is a victory. You will start to create a growth mindset, and that will be enough to transform your financial life. So how do you get started? First, you need to understand the basics. The strategy I recommend involves 3 pillars. 1. Start with what you have. 2. Make a short and long-term plan. And 3. Invest in a diversified portfolio, even if the amount is small. I'll show you how. Step 1. Choose an investment platform that offers low costs, such as investment funds or dividend stocks. Step 2. Set aside $100 per month. This may seem like a small amount, but consistency is what matters. Step 3. Every month, reevaluate your strategy. This is what will allow you to grow. The first thing you need to do is choose the right platform to invest in. There are several brokerage options that offer access to low-cost funds. They are affordable and make it easy to invest your money strategically, even with small amounts. Believe me, with $100 per month, you're already on the right track. Now planning. When investing with $100, your focus should be consistency, not rushing. If you apply this amount consistently, month after month, the results will start to appear. Don't expect miraculous results, but expect to see your financial situation improve. The key here is to be disciplined and patient. Now, if you don't act, you'll stay in the same situation stagnant. The biggest mistake you can make is to wait for the ideal situation. The reality is that change happens when you start taking action, even if the amount is small. There's no point in waiting for the right moment, because it never comes. The biggest trap in the financial system is the fear of starting. When you don't take action, the only thing you're doing is wasting time. I know that doubt hits hard. Will this work? What if I start and don't see results quickly? The truth is that change takes time, but the initial steps are the most important. Don't wait for the right moment. Start now. Time will pass anyway. The only difference between today and tomorrow is the decision you make now, and you already have the strategy to get started. Now that you know what you need to do, I want you to take the first step. I left a link in the description where you can access the full course that will teach you how to apply this strategy and much more. Don't wait any longer. The time to act is now. If you like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And tell me here in the comments, what is your biggest financial challenge today?